Try this law office again. Hello, say, I have a speeding ticket that I was hoping to got some mail here from you guys. Have a talk with one of the lawyers.
Let me get somebody to help you.
All right.
Let me see if I can find her.
All right.
Thank you for holding. We'll be with you momentarily. Thanks for holding. This is Debbie.
Debbie, hey.
Hello.
I got some of your mail here for a traffic ticket that I got. But really what's going on here is I got a speeding ticket. I'm an out-of-state resident and I got a speeding ticket. I sent an information request for the MDT and the dash cam video, and I filed a complaint, and then that got me about nowhere. The ticketing officer has the wrong name on the ticket. There is no let's see here, no Ralph Miller Nathan that exists, and I went ahead and got a hold of the prosecution, got a hold of everybody trying to collect the evidence so I could prove my side of the case. And instead, in the process, all they did was corrected the mail, because I've got all kinds of mail here coming to my house that is addressed to somebody that doesn't live here, and you know as well as I do that.
It's not even your ticket?
Huh?
So it's not even yours then?
The ticket?
Uh-huh.
Correct. Yes, it's to somebody else. It's not me. So, anyways.
Unfortunately, the public data just dumps all that information to all the attorneys, and these things are automatically generated.
Right.
So, gosh, you're being bombarded, and I'm sorry for that, but...
Yeah. So I went ahead, this Janie Gutierrez down at the open records area, she tried to kind of sidestep me and said that she needed a handwritten or a formal written request, so I wrote that up for her. This is all within the 10 days of my court date, which was May 28th. So when they realized that they had messed it up, they switched it and moved it back to June 24th now, and I got a letter from the city of San Antonio, the Charles H. Weir, the assistant city attorney. He requested to an Amanda Crawford of the Office of the General Attorney. She's the chief of open records and such. And this Miss Crawford, he's requesting that she denies my request for my own evidence of the dash cam video and the MDT, which I requested plenty time in advance. And so I got a hold of, I was also in contact with a Debbie Hamer of Judge Fred Garcia's office, and she said that she would keep me posted, which she has not. She said she'd call me daily after she found out about this. This was back on the 28th of May, and she has not done any of that. I've had to email and call her to try and get something out of her. And then the only way I found out that I had that they rescheduled the court date was until last Friday, when I got some more lawyer mail from people saying that I had another court date. So I filed another complaint to the State Commission on Judicial Conduct, to San Antonio Internal Affairs, and the Department of Tourism, and basically against this Judge Fred Garcia and his entire office, because on the 24th of June, next Monday, I will become a victim of malicious prosecution. So, really, what can be done about this is what I would like to know. They're gonna go right ahead because I'm an out-of-state. I know exactly what's happening because I'm an out-of-state resident. They're just gonna try and slap me with the bench warrant. That's all they want to do. So.
And what kind of a ticket was? What was the violation on this?
It was for 10 over. A speeding ticket. So.
And you have a regular license?
Yep.
Okay. And basically, what you're wanting to do is fight it. You don't have any intention of right. You want to get out of this completely, correct?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. I've got evidence. I've got every single phone conversation recorded of them trying to sidestep me and get out of this. And
so what is the amount on the ticket?
It's $171.
If you want to talk to the attorney about this and fight it, it could cost you upwards of $600.
And why is that?
Because it would be the attorney's time taking care of it for you on a basis of not just getting it deferred or paying it, and it would be fighting it.
Right.
That's billable hours.
I see.
Turns into a completely different story for you. I know that when he talks to people about these things, he says that it just would behoove you to just pay the ticket and move on with it.
Yeah. Well, can you not see that I put in all this work into it already?
I see that. Yeah.
I mean, I've got every single person that I sent it to. I've got a certificate of mailing. Everything is done already. All I need is somebody to go in there, because I live in Minnesota, on the 24th and basically stand there in my stead and see what they're going to try and squirm out of, because they're caught in a corner. That judge can't even prosecute me because now there's a complaint against him, and he's an interested party.
Yeah, I really don't. I feel really bad having you completely reiterate everything again. I'm certainly, I can certainly put you into the attorney's voicemail and have you speak to him directly.
Okay.
I would certainly say if you want to do that, you can do that.
Okay.
Maybe he'll have a different answer for you because it is kind of a, unusual situation.
Right. I mean, I got a response. I did get a response against my filed complaint. I filed it to, or the first one, the original one against the officer, that was filed to the chief of police at Chief Magnus down there, and a sergeant wrote me back, and he basically threw out all the stuff that I said, saying, "Oh no, I don't see any reason for your tirade," and yada yada. And then at the very end, he says, "This is a quote." When Officer Torres used his e-citation device to scan your out-of-state driver's license, the name self-populated as Ralph Miller Nathan. So it must have been an error with the Minnesota DMV's barcode on the driver's license. So basically he's trying to tell me that it's the Minnesota DMV's fault that Officer Torres is not intelligent enough to correct that information when it's clearly on my driver's license, or that anybody else with constructive knowledge down in the city attorney's office, anybody else, the prosecuting attorney, nobody else is going to double check their work. I have video evidence of the traffic stop, and I personally can guarantee that the Minnesota DMV was not standing there, and I'm sure the dash cam will also show that the Minnesota DMV was not standing there or in the car with Officer Torres.
Mm-hmm.
So, this clearly needs to be thrown out, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah. So, I'm going to go ahead and pass you to John Robertson's voicemail.
All right.
I'm curious to find out what he's going to say on that.
Okay.
Hold on a second.
Thank you.